The film begins with a boxer named Billy who participates in underground boxing in Thailand. Despite being a skilled fighter, he lacks a proper platform. Living among the locals, he becomes a drug addict and eventually starts selling drugs to fund his addiction. He gets caught by the police with drugs and a gun, which leads to a long prison sentence. Before entering the prison, he undergoes some tests and is briefed on the strict prison rules. Prison life is starkly different from the outside world, where no one helps others without personal benefit. One day, while fetching water, he gets into a fight with a gang. Though not entirely his fault, the other inmates blame him, and he is punished by being locked in a tiny cell for 3 days. Afterward, he is moved to another cell with hardened criminals who are part of a gang led by a man named Kung. They mock him upon learning he is imprisoned for drug dealing. One night, he sees the gang abusing a new inmate and wants to help but is threatened into silence. The next morning, he learns the abused inmate committed suicide. Overwhelmed with guilt, he regrets not acting. He goes to the warden for painkillers but is told everything in prison comes at a price: money or cigarettes. Furious at the corruption, he violently attacks the guards, biting one in the neck. Severely beaten, he is thrown into another cell where a transgender inmate named Fame tends to his wounds. Still, he remains distant. His hands and feet are shackled to prevent further violence. One day at the canteen, he asks Fame for 2 packs of cigarettes on credit, promising to repay. Fame, moved by pity, agrees. He trades the cigarettes for cocaine and uses it. That night, 3 inmates are murdered. During the investigation, guards find drugs on him, implicating him in the crime. Fortunately, it's revealed the drugs belong to another inmate who tried to frame him. Later, a guard offers him drugs, but when he can't pay, the guard demands he beat someone up in exchange. Reluctantly, he assaults Muslim chefs, nearly killing them. The guard is delighted to see this. However, regret takes over and Billy declines the guard's another offer. Disgusted with himself, he refuses more drugs and tries to commit suicide by slashing his wrist. He is saved in time, and the police recognize his mental distress, removing his shackles. He notices some inmates training for boxing. Being a boxer himself, he wants to join, but the coach refuses since it requires payment in money or cigarettes. Desperate, he asks Fame again for help, promising to repay with earnings from boxing if he gets selected. Fame trusts Billy and gives him the cigarettes. Billy takes them to the coach and requests training. After a long time, he finally gets to use a punching bag and vents all his frustration on it. During the trial, he performs so well that all the boxers present are impressed. His moves are different from the rest. He begins practicing daily. Coach, impressed by his performance, trains him with dedication to prepare him for upcoming matches. One day, after training, Billy returns to his cell and sees inmates engaged in a fish competition. Familiar with the game, he joins in and wins many cigarettes. He takes all the cigarettes to Fame to repay the ones borrowed earlier for joining boxing. He clears his debt and starts chatting with her. Curious about her story, he asks why she ended up in prison. Fame reveals she murdered her own father because he tortured her due to her being transgender. She breaks down, sharing her sorrow. Billy tells her that apart from his father, he has no one in the world, but his father is unaware that he is in prison. Her story brings them closer. Billy spends most of his time in the ring. Coach trains him for the May competition. Finally, the day arrives. Many inmates and high-ranking police officers attend the event. The fight begins. Billy's opponent gives him a tough fight, even dominating him at one point. Billy is brutally beaten. His ear gets cut and one eye swells shut, affecting his vision. Yet, he refuses to give up and keeps fighting. Eventually, his opponent tires out and Billy seizes the opportunity to land a strong punch, knocking him down and winning the match. The victory earns him applause from inmates and officers alike. Even the jail warden is impressed by Billy's skills. He is moved to the boxing team cell and informed about an opportunity to fight at the national level in 2 months, in another prison. The new prison environment is pleasant with better food and training. Billy begins to enjoy his time there. The inmates are not hardcore criminals but people jailed for minor offenses like him. He becomes friends with them and starts feeling at home. Together, they tattoo a tiger on his back, believing it will help him win. Billy continues his hard training for the tournament. One day, while showering, Kang's gang, the ones from his previous cell, surrounds him. They beat him mercilessly for not repaying money. Billy pleads with them, promising to repay after winning the tournament. Kang lets him go but extracts blood from an AIDS patient and threatens him with a syringe, saying if he loses, they'll inject him. Disturbed by the incident, Billy goes to meet Fame to clear his mind, but he finds her with other inmates, which enrages him. He had formed a genuine bond with her. An argument breaks out, and other inmates push him out of the cell. Billy is now completely broken and struggles to control his mind. Billy uses a large amount of drugs to relax his mind, but this leads to internal bleeding. He starts vomiting blood and rushes to the prison doctor. The doctor informs him that excessive drug use has weakened his organs, causing internal bleeding. Additionally, due to heavy exercise, he develops a hernia. The doctor immediately bans both his exercise and drug use, warning him that even one relapse could result in death. Challenges continue to mount for Billy, but he remains determined to win the tournament at any cost. It is his only hope inside the prison. Despite the doctor's warning, Billy secretly resumes intense training. Eventually, the day of the competition arrives. Billy and other inmate participants are taken to another prison. High-ranking police officers and many inmates gather to watch the match. Just before the fight, Billy experiences severe pain and begins to feel he might not be able to compete. However, he controls his pain and enters the ring. According to Thai tradition, both fighters pray before starting. In the first round, Billy performs impressively, tiring out his opponent. But as the match progresses, Billy's condition worsens. A punch to the stomach weakens him further. His opponent notices his vulnerability and continues targeting his abdomen. Billy collapses in pain, and it seems unlikely he can recover in the final round. His opponent dominates the match, but just when Billy runs out of strength, frustration takes over. He delivers a powerful elbow strike to his opponent's neck, knocking him unconscious. Billy wins the tournament. Everyone celebrates his victory. The warden is also thrilled and applauds him, but during the celebration, Billy's health deteriorates again. He starts vomiting blood and collapses. An ambulance rushes him to the hospital. Billy undergoes treatment and remains unconscious for days. When he finally wakes up, he finds himself in a much better condition. A nurse helps him to the restroom. Upon returning to his room, he notices there is no security guard present. Quietly, he leaves the hospital. After months, Billy walks the streets and feels a sense of relief. He has come far and now feels free. But then, a question echoes in his mind. Is he truly free? Living a life constantly running from the police does not feel like real freedom. With that thought, he returns to the hospital. After spending several weeks there, once his health fully recovers, the police take Billy back to prison. There, he receives a surprise. His father has come from England. Seeing his father brings immense joy, and he feels like he has regained the entire world. They smile at each other, and the story ends here. The post-credit scene, it is revealed that this is a true story based on Billy Moore. The man shown as Billy's father is the real Billy Moore. He spent 3 years in a Thai prison, after which the Thai general pardoned the remainder of his sentence. In 2010, Billy Moore was released from jail. A novel was written about his life, which inspired this film. Billy Moore has since dedicated his life to rehabilitating drug addicts. I hope you liked my video. If you did, please like and share it. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. We keep bringing such content regularly. Peace.